of South Africa, Western Cape Division this morning for a scheduled urgent bail application, but the bail application did not take place. The reasons are that there is the issue of the referral of Mr. Mafe to Falkenberg Psychiatric Hospital. So the defense is going to amend its motion to include that they want to challenge that referral to Falkenberg. So we have to deal with that first, and that is going to be dealt with on Tuesday, 4 o'clock, and then the bail application will be dealt with next Saturday. So today the bail application did not take place. We are coming back on Tuesday. It's going to be done hybrid because Advocate Dalimbo will not be here, but it's going to be done hybrid, 4 o'clock on Tuesday.
Eric, just for our viewers, SABC TV News, my name is Vanessa Puna. You were saying that the defense has issue with the fact that Mr. Mafe had been referred for that psychiatric evaluation. Would you mind just reiterating exactly what the issues are that they've highlighted in court this morning?
Yeah, the issues were not went on in detail in court, but it's going to be whether the presiding officer at Cape Town Magistrates Court, Magistrate Zandile Mafe, whether the order was a correct order, was done in a correct way. So that is what the gist of what they need to deal with.
Eric, you mentioned, sorry, I'll give my colleague a chance now. You mentioned that the next court matter will take place in a hybrid fashion. You would know that quite a number of us media organizations, my colleagues from various broadcasters, were left high and dry, if one can say that we're outside court today. We were not allowed inside court, which is something very uncommon, even if we're not allowed our cameras by the application. Surely then journalists should be allowed in court to write and to reflect to the nation what is taking place in the proceedings.
The Judge President explained that in court, that you colleagues need to apply on time, number one. Secondly, the court is small, so there are also COVID regulations that needs to be followed. So he said in next time, what we need to do is to apply on time. Send your applications on time, and then you'll see from there.
All right. Eric, Ronald Masunda, ENCA. What is the current status of Mr. Zandile Mafe? We also led to believe that he went on a hunger strike.
No, I can't speak on that. I'm not sure. I'm not aware of his position. I know that he's been referred to Falkenberg Hospital, so we are not in a position to speak on his condition in the hospital.
So what day did he go to Falkenberg? When did he start there?
On the day the order was made by Magistrate Mpalo, I think it's Wednesday. I'm not very sure, but it was on the day the order was made.
So going forward, Eric, you say Tuesday. What will we be expecting on Tuesday?
Tuesday there'll be arguments on the issue of whether the order that Magistrate Zandile Mafe was correct. And then, obviously, the state will oppose that challenge to the order. And then the judge president said it's possible that by the end of the day, number one, there's a very important point I forgot to raise, is that one of the reasons we could not sit today for the bail application is also that this application needs two judges, right, for it to be heard, especially the application on the order, right? It needs two judges. The Judge President was the only judge on duty this weekend. All the other judges are on leave. So he said he managed to get a judge who will be able to sit with him on Tuesday. So on Tuesday, we are likely to have a ruling by the end of the day, and also an order then made on Saturday, but it's been explained already that we'll have the bail application on Saturday.
So your stand is that you're still very much opposed to the bail?
Oh yes, it hasn't been changed. We're still opposing bail at the state.
And tell us why.
For the obvious reasons.
Last time you told us you opposed bail, there wasn't this terrorism charge.
Yeah, there's a couple of issues, reasons that we are opposing bail. It's a serious charges that the accused is facing. We've got a strong case against him, so we'll oppose bail.
If the bail is opposed and if he is granted bail, for argument's sake, if he is granted bail, will he have to leave the Falkenberg facility?
First, we have to deal with before the bail, we have to deal with the order. If the order is granted on the defense side, so you'll have to be released from the hospital and then went to Portsmouth. And then from Portsmouth and come for the bail application. Yeah?
Nothing else?
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Eric.
Have a lovely Saturday.
Of course,
To the house. All right.
Yes.
The house again.
If you can hear me.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there any comment on the application?
Just a comment on the bail application that they still want. And yeah.
And the additional charge, the terrorism charge.
Well, I think Eric has already alluded to the additional charge, that one of terrorism, is now the charge that encompasses, that is now the main charge, which means these other charges like your housebreaking and theft and arson, they all now fall within this main charge of Pogdatara, which is partly terrorism.
Are you still confident that you have the right counsel? Are there other people
Definitely, we are still confident that we've got the right person, but that is not where investigation ends. We still continue with investigation to determine that if there are other people who are involved, but at this stage we are definitely confident that we've got the right person.
Are there other people on the radar at the moment?
We cannot mention that at this stage, but what I can confirm is that our investigation still continues.
Have you been able to gain access to Parliament to continue with your investigation?
We did a few days, but then after that it was declared as unsafe, so at this stage we're still waiting for the engineers to confirm again if it is safe to go through so that we can continue with the investigation into the actual crime scene.
Just confirmation again.
It is, although we cannot mention at this stage, but investigation still continues. As I indicated, we are still looking to check if there are other people who are involved at this stage.
And can we just confirm again that the number of charges that Mr. Mafe faces after Tuesday's terrorism charges brought against him still stands at 5? Could you just confirm which charges he is facing at this point in time?
Yes, the charges still stand at 5. It's housebreaking and theft with intent to steal, housebreaking with intent to steal, and then 2 charges of arson, as well as possession of explosives and volatile liquids. And that one of Pogdatara, that is now that one the main charge, that is one of terrorism.
Right, we do understand that Mr. Mafe also lived in Saidek Kailicha. What sort of evidence have you taken over?
Unfortunately, we cannot mention at this stage what evidence we took from there, because now that is part of investigation that will be cited in court.
Okay.
Thank you so much for giving us.
All right, so that, of course, was a representative of the Hawks giving an update to journalists outside the Western Cape High Court who were standing outside because they were not allowed inside the courthouse to hear proceedings for that urgent bail application, which we now know has, in fact, been moved to next week. We take you back live to those visuals right now. There we go.
The right direction. And we are going to appear again in court on the 18th, which is Tuesday, for purposes of determining, for the court to determine whether the referral which was made by the magistrate on the 11th in terms of Section 77, whether it's lawful or unlawful. That's the elephant in the kitchen. Court needs to deal with that because we have someone now who is in psychiatric hospital for assessment. The assessment which we don't know whether is lawful or is not lawful. So we will deal with that on Tuesday. Then again on Saturday, we will be dealing with the actual bail application. Remember this, in our law in South Africa, you can never remand someone in custody for purposes of bail application for more than 7 days. Law says 7 days at a time. And when we were there in magistrate court, the remand was the remand of 30 days. And that remand of assessment for 30 days was also made a remand for purposes of bail application, which is very unlawful. It's very unusual, so unconstitutional when one's liberty is curtailed. So now at least we know that We will be here on Saturday, next Saturday, and we will be dealing with bail application.
The current state of Mr. to go on a hunger strike, embark on a hunger strike after last Tuesday's court appearance. Can you give us an update with regards to his condition and when you've spoken to him, has he indeed embarked on that hunger strike?
Mr. Mafe embarked on hunger strike, as I already made that announcement to yourselves, members of the media, on the 11th. He embarked on that, and when he made appearance last Thursday, you could see that, yes, this man is on hunger strike already. We persuaded him, but unsuccessfully. Now that there is at least a progress, for the very first time we walk out of court happy today. At least we will go to him and convince him at least that, please now, wheels of justice are moving. Please reconsider your position.
What exactly was the purpose of today's appearance?
The purpose of today is because we did not get justice in lower courts. If you will remember, on 2 occasions, when the first occasion he was supposed to be released automatically on bail, that did not happen. And on the second occasion, on the 11th, when he had to appear for bail application, we were surprised by Section 77 referral. So now, as I've already indicated, that when you feel that justice is not done, the system allows you that you can approach a court with inherent jurisdiction so that it can interfere. The interference of this court is so wonderful. We are happy today, and we believe that our client will definitely be happy.
So were you here to overturn the Section 77?
We were here today not to say to overturn Section 77 referral. We were here today for this court to intervene when we felt that interests of justice are not done for Mr. Mafe. And already, as I've already indicated, that you never remand a person for more than 7 days at a time in our South Africa under this constitutional dispensation. 7 days at a time. And now here we have seen and witnessed someone remanded for a month when in fact that person is supposed to bring a bail application. So to come here today, we needed that this court, which has got inherent jurisdiction, at least to intervene.
Mr. Kotla, on what basis are you fighting the decision made by the magistrate?
I've answered this on a number of occasions that, look, when you bring that application, in fact, you will hear on Tuesday, if you will be here, you will hear that part. You don't simply look at someone, it's our take, it's our view. You don't simply look at someone and you feel that, well, I don't particularly like this person and is appearing as the accused person, and therefore I doubt his mental ability, and you simply refer. There are procedures, rules that should be followed. So this is what we are saying. We don't fight with the section per se, but we say it proper procedure should be followed to make that determination. So in our case, we were only surprised only on that day, less than an hour before our client appeared in court. When he was supposed to appear for bail, he knew that he's appearing for bail. Now, all of a sudden, he's not appearing for bail, he's appearing for referral in terms of Section 7.
Mr. Kotla, most media houses...
Okay, she wanted to ask.
I wanted to ask, will you still be taking Mr. Mafe to an independent psychiatric doctor for further evaluation?
If on that day we were advised before, if we were advised before the 11th, we could have made our own referral as well. But now, it's water under the bridge. This court must determine on Tuesday whether was that lawfully done and procedurally correct.
Can you just tell us again your reaction to...
Yeah, I think
Okay, what makes you so confident, though, Mr. Kotla, that your client will be out on bail?
I don't say, please, people, I am not suggesting that he will automatically be out on bail. Remember, our main complaint we have been saying, and his complaint is that I need an opportunity to be heard. And we are happy when we say at least the wheels of justice are turning. It's because we know now that he will be heard. First, determine the lawfulness of the Section 77 referral. Secondly, which is the Saturday, next Saturday, it will be a question of bail application. Okay.
You've maintained that they have the wrong man. What has been your client's reaction to the terrorism charge?
No, it's still the same. It's still the same. He maintains that, no, he never touched the parliament. He rejects those.
The confession made.
Well, we know we bear no knowledge of confession. We bear no knowledge of confession. Any last question?
We're good, thank you.
Thank you very much.